Hey Internet! My name is Abby and welcome to the Space Exploration Agency. Finally, after many successful missions, the Space Exploration Agency was founded in order to expand the permanent presence of Kerbal kind in space. Currently, the SEA controls 3 space stations, the Science Station, the Asteroid Station, as well as the Lunar Space Station. Additionally, the SEA has a permanent base on the surface of the Moon. The next goals of the SEA are to build a space station in an orbit around Minmus and to expand the surface outpost on the Moon. Aside from these main goals, the agency also aims at the development of new spaceplanes and the establishment of a remote outpost at the South Pole of Kerbal. However, the first goal of the SEA is to launch a probe mission that will fly out to the Moon and subsequently continue to fly out to Minmus before it will finally return to Kerbal. In this case, it is now time to get to the vehicle assembly building in order to begin the construction of the probe. So, here we are in the VIB, and now it's time to construct the probe that will fly out to the Moon, subsequently continue to Minmus, and finally return to Kerbal. At first, we have to select the probe core, and well, this probe core has a built-in reaction wheel and it features stability assist and prograde and retrograde hold. That's interesting, that's really interesting. This probe core has also a built-in reaction wheel, but it features only stability assist, that's it. This probe core, the Probo-Dobodyne Octo 2, has a very interesting size because it's very small, and well, unfortunately it has no built-in reaction wheel, but it features stability assist, prograde retrograde hold, radial and normal attitude hold. That's great, that's really great. Okay, this probe core has no built-in reaction wheel and it features only one SAS mode. This probe core has no built-in reaction wheel and features also only one SAS mode. The remote guidance unit has a built-in reaction wheel and it features all the different SAS modes. That's very interesting, but it's very large in comparison to the Octo 2. And well, of course, the Stay Putnik Mark I, well, it has no SAS and it has no reaction wheel, so I don't want to use this one. Now I have to decide between the Octo 2 and the remote guidance unit, and because I like to build a very small and a very efficient spacecraft, or a very efficient probe, I will go for the Octo 2, and as I said, I like to build a very efficient spacecraft, so I like to take advantage of the electric propulsion system, so I need this one, and so we need xenon gas as our fuel, and we could use this container. It has amount of 700 units of xenon gas. That's nice. This container unfortunately needs to be mounted to the side of the spacecraft, so this is not so good. And this one, oh wow, an amount of 5,250 units of xenon gas. That's crazy, that's really crazy. I think this one would be really good to fly to every planet in the solar system, but it's a little bit overkill to fly to the Moon and to Minmus, so I think we will use this one. And well, as I said, or as I found out, this one, the Octo 2 has no reaction wheel, so we can use a small inline reaction wheel, which has a perfect size for this probe core. So yeah, this is now the general shape of our probe, and well, the electric propulsion system needs a lot of electric charge, so we need to add some batteries to the probe. The Z100 would be okay. The Z1K is too large. The Z200 would be okay as well. Z400 we could make it work, but I think it's a little bit too huge. And wow, I really would like to use the service bay, because then I could add a parachute to the service bay and I could recover my probe core. This would be really a great outcome for the mission if I could return some parts of the mission back to the surface of Kerbal. This would be great. Wait, let me think about one thing. I like to move a few things around. So, wait, I need to open this one. Can I add... no, it's... Oh, yeah, I can add it. That's great. I could hide the probe core inside the service bay. Wow, that's great, that's really great. So now it's protected, that's great. Okay, now I can add a heat shield right away to this. And then we need, of course, a thing, a decoupler. No, I don't want to have this fairing, I like to have it like this. Wow, that's great, that's really great. Okay, how do I continue? The FLA10 adapter would give the whole thing an amazing shape, and now I could add the parachute to it. Wow, that's cool. Wow, the shape of the probe is really great. That's cool, that's really cool. Okay, we do have a heat shield. The probe is protected inside the service bay. Now, how do I... Okay, I need to close this part down there. Maybe I use... Yeah, this is good. And I could add the propulsion system down there. That's cool. That's amazing. Okay, now we need some more batteries. I think this is a little bit too small. Yeah, I can't add these ones, but I can add the Z100 and maybe 6 of them. So, this would be 600 units of electric charge and 800 units of electric charge in total. Well, the spacecraft is relatively light. This one has, it needs 8.74 electric charge per second at full throttle. So, okay, we could run this then for 100 seconds. If I do the math right, I'm not quite sure. Math doing in my head is not always good. And well, okay, so I like now to support the whole thing with some solar arrays or solar panels. Maybe I will add 4 of them over here. This would be good. Yeah, okay, I think this is a perfect shape. This is a perfect spacecraft. That's amazing. Okay, now we need to fix a little bit the staging. Okay, very good. Okay, this looks great. This looks really great. I like this, and it has an amazing shape. Yeah, I think this is cool. Now we need to, of course, this is a probe mission, so it needs, of course, an antenna, and I like, well, I have done all the experiments, but I like to have some experiments on board. I think I like to have, no, I just like to have one of each experiment, and well, I will add this in there. I'm not quite sure. I think I can now use the barometer even at bodies, at celestial bodies without an atmosphere, so I like to use one of the barometer. I don't think that we need the seismic accelerometer because we will not land on the surface of a celestial body, but I like to add a thermometer to the spacecraft just in case. Okay, that's great. That's really great. Now I need to come up with a way to basically allow some communication. If I would add the antenna over there, could I then can I still? No, it would look... Ah, this is bad. Well, I could bring it a little bit in. What other options do I have? I like to have an antenna because, well, this is a probe mission, so an antenna would be really helpful. If I an antenna there. Maybe 2 antennas, which have or result in a very interesting shape. Not so happy with this. If I use this, oh wow, this is large. This is really large. Okay, I can't use this one, and oh yeah, this one is large as well. So I think I just need to use the Communitron 16. Well, I could move it a little bit around like this. Well, this would result in an interesting shape. I'm not quite sure if this... Well, I hope the antenna would be still protected during the re-entry, and because this looks a little bit strange, I think I will... No, I would like to... Does this now apply to both parts? I hope so. Okay, I need to... Wait, yeah, like this. Wait, I'm not quite sure. I think I did something wrong. I think I will just remove the antenna again. Add the antenna again to... at our probe. Okay, now I like to bring the antenna down a bit. Like this. And now I can try this again. And I just like to bring it in... No, not this one. Dang it. How can I... No. What is going on? No. Is this now back to normal? No. I think I have... ruined everything. Okay, now I have hopefully reset everything. Okay, let me try this again. I like to... Oh dang, all the time I have the wrong mode. Okay, I think I'm not so good in using this offset thing. But okay, last try. Okay, I like to have it over here, and then I like to bring it down for the last time. Okay, like this. And now I like to use this part. I like to disable this feature, and now it should... Yeah, this is good. Okay, perfect. That's great. Now I'm happy. Yeah, I think this is cool. Can I extend the antenna? Yeah, I think this will look amazing. This is great. Okay, I'm happy with this. So, now we do have antenna, we do have some experiments, we do have some solar arrays, we do have batteries, we have fuel, we have the engine, we have about everything. That's great. That's really great. So, now the next and last thing is that we need to package everything. So, I like to have, I think I could also use the smaller decoupler. Very good. And as I said, I like to package it. So, where is the fairing? I think the 1.25 meter fairing would be good enough. We need to bring it out a bit. I think this is the right size. Then raise it a bit. Maybe up there, and now we can close the fairing. Okay, I think that's great. We have now encapsulated our probe, and I will call it Round Trip Probe. Well, interesting name, but okay. I will call it like this. Now we can save it, and the last thing I need to do is to add the booster to it, but I think I will do this off camera because this will now take a little bit longer and it's not so interesting as building the probe. Okay, I have now added a booster to the probe, and it's a very small booster, but it should be powerful enough in order to bring the probe into an orbit around Kerbal. And well, speaking about the probe, I did a last-minute change of the probe design, as I figured that 2 of the 4 solar arrays were a little bit too close to these batteries, and so I moved the solar arrays around a bit in order to get an improved design of the probe. And well, now I think the whole spacecraft is ready to go, so we can now perform the rollout and we can move over to the launch pad. Okay, here we are at the launch pad of Kerbal Space Center, and as you can see, it's really a small booster, but as I said, it should be powerful enough to bring the probe into an orbit around Kerbin, and so I can now enable SAS, I can throttle way up, and in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. A very slow liftoff, but we are gaining speed, we are gaining altitude, so it was another flawless liftoff from the launch pad at Kerbal Space Center. And well, over time, as we are losing mass, the acceleration of the small little engine will increase, and then this small booster will bring the probe into an orbit around Kerbin. And wow, I'm so excited about this, I can't wait for the moment to see for the very first time the small little probe in space and in an orbit around Kerbin. And wow, that's amazing, that's so amazing. But at first we have to escape the atmosphere of Kerbin, and yeah, we are on a good way. We are performing our gravity turn as we are gaining altitude and as we are gaining speed. That's great, that's really great. And wow, that's amazing, that's so amazing. I'm so excited about this mission. And okay, we are now getting closer to the 45-degree mark on the nav ball, and we are also getting closer to the 10-kilometer altitude mark. And well, I think we are now reaching max Q, the moment of maximum dynamic pressure on our spacecraft or on our launcher. And well, this is one of the most dangerous moments of the whole launch. And okay, now we have reached the 45-degree marker, and as we have lost some mass and we are now in higher altitudes, I can even throttle down because yeah, the acceleration has really increased. And well, we are even experiencing some compression heating. Wow, that's crazy, that's really crazy. The small little booster is really powerful, and I can throttle it down even more because here the acceleration is now increasing as we are getting into higher altitudes and we are losing a lot of mass. That's crazy, that's really crazy. And yeah, there's some compression heating going on, so it's really good that we have encapsulated our probe in the fairing to protect it from this compression heating. And okay, now we are heading for space, and soon the first stage will run out of fuel, and in just a moment. Okay, the first stage is out of fuel, so we can now jettison it. We can activate the second stage. And well, we are at an Kerbin apoapsis of 86 kilometers, so I will now use the second stage in order to boost a little bit more the Kerbin apoapsis to an altitude of about 100 kilometers. Okay, very good, very good. Now I like to set a maneuver out there as a marker. And okay, 60 kilometers. Soon we will escape the atmosphere of Kerbin, and then it's time to jettison the fairing. And then we can see for the very first time our round-trip probe in space, and now 70 kilometers, so fairing jettison, very good, very good. The probe is now in the vacuum of space, that's amazing. And now we can perform a quick time warp to get closer to the apoapsis, very good, very good. Now I can turn over to the horizon, and we can throttle way up to perform the orbit insertion burn. Very good, very good. Wow, that's great, that's really great. We can enjoy a view back to Kerbal Space Center, it's down there. We have already covered quite a distance across the surface of Kerbin, that's amazing, that's really amazing. And yeah, we are now gaining speed in order to insert the probe into an orbit around Kerbin. Very good, very good. And soon we should have an orbit. Very good, very good. Okay, we do have a periapsis. And cut the engine. 100 kilometers by 108 kilometers. Perfect, absolutely perfect. That's great, that's really great. So now we can have spacecraft separation. Wow, that's amazing. I can now extend the solar arrays. And where is over there's a solar array, and there's an solar array, and I really like the shape of these solar arrays. That's amazing. And now I can extend the antennas so that we can communicate with the probe. Come on, extend. So very good, the probe is in space. Now I can switch over to the upper stage, and at first I like to perform a small burn in this direction to get free of the probe. Okay, we are now drifting away from the probe, very good, so that we are not damaging it with the exhaust or the engine. And now it's time to perform the deorbit burn to get rid of the upper stage. And okay, it will now fall back to Kerbal. And well, now the probe, the round-trip probe, is soon experiencing orbital sunset, and well, the engineers need to well, configure all the systems and make sure that all the systems are in good shape. And so in the meantime we can return to the Space Center, because in the beginning I was talking about the aim of developing new space planes. And well, the Space Exploration Agency has access to one of the space planes, the Space Plane 84. The last time the space plane was in space, or was even flying around Kerbal or at Kerbal, was just before the release of Kerbal Space Program 1.0, and since then it never got back into action. And so right now it's time to evaluate the design of the space plane. So I will now jump into the cockpit of this space plane, and I will taxi it to the holding point of the runway in order to see and to evaluate the design of this old spaceplane, if it's still good for reaching space, or if we do have to improve the spaceplane due to the changes that were made in KSP 1.0. So at first I have to cut the throttle completely, because I'm not quite sure, it's a little bit strange to, well, when you start your engines, you don't start your engines with the throttle up, because this would be dangerous, because, well, this could result in a disaster. So I have to cut the throttle. Now I can start and enable all the systems. I can start the engine. And okay, I think we got the clearance from the tower, we got the takeoff clearance, so I can release the brakes and full throttle. Here we go, here we go. I am really excited to evaluate the design of the spaceplane. I hope it still can reach space, but I'm not quite sure due to the changes that were made. And okay, we are now flying. The spaceplane is flying, that's great. Okay, time to retract the gear. And well, I think I like to, well, climb with maybe at the 30-degree angle or so. This could be good, this could be really good. Okay, the spaceplane is still flying, and I'm enjoying the ride. I am really enjoying the ride. That's cool, that's really cool. That's amazing, that's great. Okay, we have already seen the first launch of the Space Exploration Agency of an unmanned probe, and now we see the first flight of a spaceplane of the Space Exploration Agency. And well, I do see already a flaw in the design of the spaceplane, as we are losing speed. We are not gaining speed, we are losing speed as we are getting into higher altitudes. This is not very good. And when we look over here, the thrust is going down. Well, this is not good, because yeah, I think the thrust is a little bit affected by the speed of the airplane, or the speed of the spaceplane. And because, well, we are losing speed, so we are also losing thrust. And yeah, the speed is going down, and we have barely reached 3,500 meters, and yeah, we are down to 90 meters per second, so this is not good. What happens if I reduce a little bit the angle of attack? Then okay, we're gaining some speed, and as we're gaining some speed, I think the thrust is going up a bit, but 69 kilonewtons is not very powerful. So I don't think this spaceplane design will make it back to space. Well, I could try to add this to booster, but I really like to build some kind of single stage to orbit spaceplane, and yeah, I don't think that this spaceplane can return to orbit. That's really sad. That's so sad that the changes that were made with KSP 1.0 have stopped this spaceplane from being a spaceplane. Now it's just a normal airplane. That's really sad. That's sad, but I hope we can improve the design of the spaceplane. And so now I like to return back into the traffic pattern of the runway of the Kerbal Space Center runway. And well, now as I'm flying, or as I have leveled my flight, I'm gaining some speed. This is very good, but I don't think that we do have enough fuel in order to use or to gain some altitude, then gain some speed, start to climb again. I don't think that this will work out, and as soon as the Rapier engine will switch to closed cycle, we will burn fuel like crazy, and well, in this case I don't think that this space plane will return back to space. That's really sad, but I think we can improve this design. At first I'm thinking about, well, adding a second engine to the spaceplane, maybe removing these two structural covers, and maybe bringing the ladder to a different point, and so that we do have two engines on the wings of the spaceplane. And yeah, maybe adding some additional fuel, because two engines will have, of course, the double amount of fuel consumption. And yeah, in this case I think I need to add another fuel tank, and then I hope the spaceplane will be again a spaceplane and can return back to space and can return back to an orbit, because I really like to have spaceplanes as the go-to spacecraft that will bring the cosmonauts to and from the science station, so that this is really the spacecraft of choice. And moreover, we do have even a contract of, well, let me just see, we do have Henway's travel. He likes to orbit around Kerbin, and so yeah, Henway would be also the perfect, well, the space tourism of Henway would also benefit from a working spaceplane. So we really have to improve the design of the spaceplane. We can now get the gear out as we are approaching the final approach of the runway. Very good, very good. Okay, that's amazing. That's really amazing. It's really sad that the old spaceplane isn't a spaceplane anymore. But okay, now I can turn into the final approach of the runway. Very good, very good. Okay. Very good, very good. I think I'm even a bit slow, so I have to throttle up a bit to reduce a bit the descent rate. Okay, very good, very good. Soon we will line up with the runway. Okay, I can turn now over a bit more to really get into the final of the runway. Very good, very good. Okay. Now it's about reducing the speed. Okay, very good. I've cut the throttle completely. We are now on the final approach. We have reached the runway. Very good. Now, flare up the nose. Easy. And a perfect landing. A perfect landing back on the runway of Kerbal Space Center. This was amazing. This was great. Okay, good job. Good job. Way to go. Unfortunately, well, we have to improve the spaceplane again. But I think this will... Oh dear, no, 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 no. Ha, 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 Easy, easy, easy. Oh dear, brake, 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 brake. Come to a stop. Oh dear, can I, RCS, no. Okay, well, okay. This is not a good ending. But okay, we return back to the surface. I was a little bit too fast during the, as I vacated the runway. But okay, I was saying this wraps up the first episode of the Space Exploration Agency, and I hope I will see you in the next episode. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!